For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And a corner three, in some cases, is worth 4 points in practice. And that encourages players to take that high-value shot. There's a lot of coaches thinking outside the box by drawing new boxes on the court. Kevin?
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Ball.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Detroit, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Clark, when you have two teams that are this athletic, what type of game you think you're going to see?
Well, you know what? Sometimes it can lead to guys trying to do too much. But when it's at its best with this kind of athleticism on display, I think you're going to see a high-octane, fun game.
Now here's Griffin over Williamson. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Drummond.
Yeah, he's become very reliable with that mid-range jump shot. The defense can't let him get comfortable from there.
Ball dishes to Ingram. He kicks it to Holiday. The shot off that time. Here's Kennard. In the game against Chicago, very impressive.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. There's the dish to Holiday. And it's Hayes in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Goes back up, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Jackson. Pelicans with the rebound.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ball, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Drummond. Over Hayes. And it's Drummond missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Holiday looking over the floor. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Snell, and it's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The first free throw is good.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Both good from the line that time. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Kicks it to Holiday. A floater. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Drummond.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Jackson against Holiday. Right side, Griffin. There's the pass to Kennard. Drummond, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Williamson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Griffin. A 23-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston. Holiday gets the bucket.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Jackson finds Griffin. Down low, stolen by Ball. And now the Pelicans on the break. Ball's running. But they recover it. Here's Hayes. Rebound Andre Drummond. Pistons leading by 6. Snell dishes to Griffin. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And that one's good. Williamson.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively.
And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And that's now 6 points for Zion Williamson. Ball against Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Detroit now. Snell, the pass to Jackson. Shot's good by Kennard.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Now here is Holiday. Defense is right there. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Pass to Snell. Top of the key, Griffin. The second chance effort. And it's Drummond missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Ingram kicks to Hayes. Dishes it to Holiday. Passes the ball. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Pistons lead it. Launches it. Kennard's shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And that was an absolute hammer. Williamson is downright lethal when you allow him to gain some momentum.
And Detroit has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot. Back to Jackson. Shot from the top of the key. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got 5 rebounds tonight. He kicks it to Ball. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Detroit. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins.
And I think for the Pistons, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And there's the pass to Wood. Back to Galloway. Here's Wood. Here's Galloway. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Shots good by Kennard.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Back to Holiday. Outside, Redick. Pass to Hart. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
Brown finds Galloway. Back to Brown. Passes it to Kennard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Kennard's got 8 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Holiday against Brown. Now the pass to Okafor. And no good that time. And it's Detroit the other way. Knocked away. Here's Morris. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Holiday with the 3. Rebound, Detroit.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Brown dishes to Galloway. Morris passes to Galloway. Pass to Wood. From deep three-point range. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Outside Holiday. Pass to Redick. Puts up a 3. And no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Galloway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Brown outside. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. The shot will not fall. New Orleans in the lead. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Kennard with the rebound. Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
To the middle, here's Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Pistons lead by 1.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Here's Redick. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Galloway dishes to Morris. Fades and shoots. Pelicans with the rebound. Outside Holiday. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Pelican substitution.
Here's Galloway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Morris. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 1. They've got Kennard. Markieff Morris is out there with Wood. Then there's Brown. And it's Galloway in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Redick with the bucket.
Playing with great rhythm. When Redick has space to get the floater off, he's going to make it happen.
The Piston shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. The pass to Kennard. Inside, Wood. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Moore with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. Okafor finds Moore. It's deflected. Here's Brown. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Detroit.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Here's Morris, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor, and I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Pass to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Moore. A 3-ball. Griffin grabs the board. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Out to the wing. Outside for Jackson. Passes it to Snell. Shoots over Ingram. Off the left rim and out. Pelicans trail by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And taken away by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Brown throws it down hard.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Ball against Morris. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. Now Hayes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From deep, Moore. Rebounded by Snell. Detroit leading by 8. He dishes it to Brown. Jackson looking it over. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Ingram kicks to Ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 5.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hand.
Ball against Jackson. Shoots over Ball. They get it back. Morris. Tries yet again, and that one's good. Griffin.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Ball against Morris. Ball, the pass to Hayes. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. With some art, and he lays it up and in. And now a 9-point Piston lead.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Here's Ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Griffin's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
The pass to Ball. The shot. Good on the jump shot. 7 points in the game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Ball against Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Ingram. Hayes trying to break free. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Ingram. The Pistons have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Ball showing you nice activity on the defensive end there, Kevin, causing problems because of that reach and the quick hands.
Here's Griffin. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ingram kicks to Ball. The dish to Holiday. 5 to shoot. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Brown. And now the Pistons fast break. Jackson's got the ball. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that game against the Spurs, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Kicks it to Griffin. Over Williamson. And the shot is long. Pelicans trail by 6 to the inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Outside Griffin. Back to Jackson. He kicks to Snell for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 10 points.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Griffin against Holiday. Back to Ball. Over Jackson. Ball no good. Pistons leading by 6. To the paint. And stolen by Williamson. Outside Holiday. Dishes to Williamson. Ingram against Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
And he makes the first.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Wood, he's checked in for Griffin. Luke Kennard comes in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Brown. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
Pass to Kennard. Tries from 10. Here's Drummond. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Holiday goes in. Goes up to the stripe. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Holiday. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Pass to Wood. Got a piece of it. Holiday against Jackson. Here's Galloway. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 4-point game. Here's Williamson. It's deflected.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Holiday. Here's Galloway. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Redick. Here's Ingram. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
The Pelicans have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. So he gets them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Out left to the wing from downtown.
You know, you can't ignore the effect Redick's defense has on that possession. I mean, active and aware, making that shot as hard as possible.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pistons lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, you guys have gotten defense into offense. How do you keep that going?
Push the ball. We always want to push the ball. Have to stop. But again, we got to make good decisions. We don't want to come down and give it right back to them and let them run it down our throats to the other end. Run the ball, wings get out and run, pass it ahead, but then make good decisions and attack the basket.
Dwayne, good luck the rest of the way. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace with the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Williamson out there with Hayes, and it's Ball in at the point guard. Outside Jackson, pass to Kennard. Here's Snell, guarded by Holiday. And Snell is good for 3. Snell's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson against Holiday. The pass to Hayes. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Hayes has got his first basket of the night.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Outside Griffin. Drummond in the post, covered by Hayes. And Drummond kicks to Snell. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here's a look at some numbers for Jackson.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Ingram. A miss that time would have put him up.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses. Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
The Pistons have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
And so Snell nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Now here's Ball. He's got 11. Step back shot. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Drew Holiday.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Hayes with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And finished off by Williamson.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
Pass to Kennard. Inside, Griffin. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You take a look at the Pelicans. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
And I think for New Orleans, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
Here's Holiday. The teardrop falls in. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Jackson against Ball. Jackson dishes to Griffin. Outside Jackson, just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Ball. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Jackson misses.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Snell. He's got 5. On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Holiday. They need this one. Pass to Snell. And it's blocked.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Jackson against Ball. Here's Snell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
And here is Ball. 11 points in the game. Hayes up top. Williamson kicks to Holiday. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Kennard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jackson has the open look. He nails it, and we're tied up. Jackson's got 6.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Lets a floater go. Detroit with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Down low. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Passes it to Drummond. He dishes it to Snell. Clock at 6. For the lead. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A different look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. Kennard kicks to Morris. Back to Kennard. And the pass to Galloway. Jacks up a 3. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hart, no good. Pistons trailed by 4. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's Hart. Moore in the corner. Back to Hart. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by the Pistons. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Drummond for the tie, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against New Orleans. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
The Pistons making a change here. Woods checked in. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Ball. Here's Williamson. And the Pelicans miss again. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Galloway. Back to Wood. The Pistons working the ball around now. The shot's good from Kennard. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Hart. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the inside. Here's Okafor. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Excellent concentration that time by Okafor. Even with the defense in his face, he never lost sight of the hoop.
Passes to Morris. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for Detroit.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
No good from Moore.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Drummond. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Third is Andre Drummond.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Pelicans trail by 3. It's stolen by Morris. Now Detroit moving it up. Goes up, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Drummond with it. 19 points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rebounded by Moore.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
And that one's good. Williamson. There's a minute left to play here in the third. There's Galloway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drummond in the post. Moore's there. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
To the middle, here's Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
The first one falls.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Jackson, he's checked in for Drummond. No good on the second free throw. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Galloway, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, Redick. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. But they get it back. Williamson. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so is Detroit, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Solid defense wins this game right here. All right, getting stops and take whatever offense gives us. Keep moving the basketball. Solid.
Well, just taking things one, step at a time, Greg, imploring his guys to be smart with the ball.
A sound strategy. Dwayne Casey proving what a great communicator he is.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Wood out there with Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
One shot.
New Orleans on D. And there's the pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. 14 feet away. That's good on the jump shot. And the Pistons lead by 9.
The defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Moore against Jackson. Outside, Redick. To Williamson. Rebound by the Pistons.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
The offensive rebound and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left them no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from diverting the easy bucket.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. And New Orleans also making a change. Holiday's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Pelicans trail by 10. From down in the low post, it goes. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Morris. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Snell, the pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. High post shot. Detroit, no good that time either. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Passes it to Okafor. Outside Holiday. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Okafor.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Morris, left side. Here's Wood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Pistons making a change here. Griffin's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Now here is Holiday. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Here's Ingram. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
To the paint. And Griffin scores. The assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Jackson against Holiday. The pass to Hayes. The 3. Good on the triple.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Galloway, guarded by Holiday. And here's Griffin. Takes a 3. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Ball finds Ingram. And here is Williamson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Williamson's got 11 in the second half.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but something gave them a jolt, and now they're knocking down everything. We got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And Detroit the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Good on the bucket. Pelicans trail by 4. Outside Holiday. With the floater. And that one good. Holiday's got 4 this quarter. The Pistons have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Christian Wood. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win, guys.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
First free throw is good. And so Jackson nails both of them. Holiday with it. Kicks it to Hayes. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Pistons. Griffin's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Snell. Now Jackson. Pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Here's Snell from deep. Here's Griffin. That's tipped. And now the Pelicans on the break. Ingram's running. Here's Williamson. Rebounded by the Pistons. Snell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Galloway dishes to Griffin. And another turnover here by Detroit.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ball up top, guarded by Jackson. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
It's rebounded by Hayes. Ingram outside. Pass to Holiday to take the lead. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And that one, good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Ball's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater, in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders. This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Outside Griffin. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And it's Ingram missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. He's looking for Drummond and finds him up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Here's Holiday, and Griffin sends it back. Here's Jackson, makes it off the glass. And now a 4-point Piston lead. New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Holiday. Detroit with the rebound. To the left side wing. Here's Kennard. Back to Jackson. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, and he says thank you very much as he cashes in on the technical. Only a point, but now that lead just increased.
.132 left here in the fourth quarter. Floats one. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Pelicans trail by 7. Now here is Holiday. And nothing is falling for him right now. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
That one goes in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Over ball. Up again, and Drummond is right there.
Timeout.
And the Pistons lead by 9.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about, Greg. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
The shot's good.
And, you know, the offensive mindset of Okafor, never afraid to expand his range and work on that mid-range jumper, too.
And here is Drummond. And so the Pistons take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.